Thank you, Jeremy. Good evening, everybody. Proud of the win, proud of the way the guys played. I thought Georgia State has some good players. They're well coached. They're going to do well in their league. They didn't quit. I told our guys at halftime they've got quickness. They really chase the ball hard. They're trying, and this is a really good test for us getting ready to go back into league play next week. Very proud of the defense again. They really, with the two deep defense out there, gave up one score, and they forced Georgia State to kick a field goal when Sam had the fumble back at the 30, 25, somewhere in there. So it was good that they stood up and kept them from scoring a touchdown. Also stopped the fourth down. Proud to see those young linebackers out there playing. In fact, we had a bunch of freshmen on the field in the fourth quarter, and they can run. And then proud of Power for his interception. Got a few guys banged up tonight, so we'll have to look at that on defense. But overall, felt like they played well. Special teams was better. We stopped the fake punt, which should have led to a 7 instead of 3 points. And then we also blocked a punt, which is the first time we've done that, I think, in our 2 years and 2 games. So we are getting better in special teams. Jonathan Kim kicked them past the goal line every time. And then we got Cole Maynard into punt. Ben Kiernan did a tremendous job with his punting. So we did miss a field goal, which we can't do. But overall, thought the kicking game was good. And then offensively, we didn't run the ball well the first half. And we still have some work to do in that area. We've got to look at it, but we got more confidence in the second half. I think we scored on 5 straight drives, and glad to see both Jacoby and Drake get in there. And Sam played really, really well. He played like the Sam we all know. So glad he got back on track as well. Questions?
Thanks, Coach. We will begin with Chris Lee. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Coach. How impressed were you tonight with Sam's rushing ability? And do you feel like he gets enough credit as a runner, as a quarterback?
Chris, he's worked so hard to slim down and be more flexible, and he's so strong that I'm really, really proud of the way he runs. And he escapes from the pocket some. He can run the option some. We moved him some in the second half, which I thought helped. And he throws so well on the run. So, and I think you're right, Chris. He doesn't get the credit he deserves for his ability to run.
Michael Coe, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, you kept the guys in the locker room at halftime for a little longer than Georgia State did. They came out with about 3 minutes left. What was said in the locker room at halftime? Because it looked like you guys came out with a lot more energy in the second half.
Biggest thing I said was they got good players, and they're playing hard. And they're not going to lay down and quit. You're going to have to make them. So let's get better. Let's get better as a football team. And go back and start. First drive of the second half was important. And they didn't listen to me because we went 3 and out right quick. But I did think that they woke up. I wanted us to run the ball better. And I wanted defense to continue to play hard and play good. And so the second half is really the third quarter is who we want to be.
Andrew Jones.
Coach, you guys in the second half scored the first 6 possessions of the last one. Obviously, with Drake out there, you didn't. And you got 3 and outs in the third quarter as well. What is the value in the team playing better as the game goes on, especially coming out of the locker room at halftime and putting it together on both sides of the ball, fixing some stuff that maybe wasn't going as well earlier during the course of the game?
Andrew, I think it's threefold. I think number one, we're getting more depth. So it may hurt us on some plays, but we're fresher in the third quarter than we used to be. And that's important. Secondly, our coaching staff's got continuity, and they've been together a long time. So they're doing a better job of adjusting at halftime to things because they're on the same page and can talk better. And we're playing so many young guys. It's something I was concerned about in preseason, that you've got the older guys and really talented young guys, but there's a gap in there of lack of experience. And every snap that those young guys get, they're going to start playing better, and we won't notice that they're out there as much.
And very quickly as a follow-up, and the value of the young guys seeing that happen, because you did it last week, even in Blacksburg, the team was better on both sides in the second half, and you were better on both sides in the second half tonight. So the value and the young guys seeing that right before them.
Yeah, it's really important. You just got to think some of those guys, they might have been in the opening game with on a few kick teams, but I look out there and you've got a complete secondary and linebackers that are true freshmen. And then you got KJ Binkley and you've got Keyshawn Silver up front. So you got a lot of young guys playing that are going to be super players and bode great for our future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
CL Brown, go ahead.
And Mac, how important was it? You mentioned that the offense was predicated on hitting those deep passes. How important was it that Antoine Green specifically was able to have a night like this with his 3 big catches to kind of get his confidence going forward?
Boy, CL, thank you for mentioning that. I should have. He played really, really, really well. The catch to get the drive started, the second drive, I think, of the second half, where he actually turned all the way back to the inside and made the catch over his shoulder, was one of the better catches I've ever seen. And he made some other great catches. He got hit. So tonight should give him confidence to move forward and be one of those receivers that we're talking about. Josh Downs played well again. And then I thought the review was very close, let's put it that way, on Joffrey's catch. But that's good for him that he made that catch. And then I hated that he didn't catch it on the other end because he was wide open for a touchdown. And Antoine Green and Joffrey just need confidence. They're very talented. They're probably like Diami and Daz were 2 years ago. But the faster that they can come, the better that we will be as a team.
And I also want to ask, where do you feel like the balance is between Sam getting runs like he had tonight and not wanting your quarterback to take too many hits?
He's got to just do a better job of sliding. He doesn't like to, but he's got to. And he's got to take care of himself because he's so valuable to us. And we had Colt McCoy and Vince Young at Texas that were runners and ran a lot. And they'd scramble, they make plays. And that's when you get to be a dynamic offense, when your quarterback when he can scramble or run outside, moving the quarterback, and he is a threat to run, then somebody in that secondary has got to come up to tackle him, and then they can easily throw it over their head, just like Jacoby did at the end of the ball game to Nesbitt. And Nesbitt did a tremendous job of making a play after he caught the ball. But we've got to be smart with him. When I put him back in, I wanted the offense to go one more series when there was 11 minutes left, and we got the interception by Power. And nothing more than just the more confidence and the more positive pictures they can visualize, the better they're going to be, because things pick up here next week.
Okay, Luciano, go ahead.
Hey, Coach and Zoners, Latin American Network here. Just like last game, the running game has been suboptimal, and if we take out Howell's rushing yards, the average yards per carry were 3.3. How are you planning on solving this issue, and what would you say the team needs to be more effective in that area?
Well, I'll probably be staying up all night trying to fix it, and we haven't fixed it for 2 weeks. We ran for some good yards last week. It was more than early tonight. But we do have to count Sam's yards, because when you run the offense like we run it, those count. Because we always used to say, everybody used to say, your quarterback's your leading rusher, that's a bad thing. I thought, well, not if they stop the running backs, nobody's on the quarterback. So their quarterback made some really good runs tonight too. So we'll continue to run Sam and try to figure out why, again, it looked like we had some guys miss up front, and it sure wasn't for crowd noise, because our people were quiet when we had the ball. So that's I think right now it's the running the ball and making sure that we're solid in pass protection as we get back into league play are the two most critical things that we've got to analyze and try to figure out why they haven't been as good as last year, and move forward with it. I did think that Ty Chandler made some good runs tonight. And it was good to see him get more confidence as the game went on as well.
Adam Smith, go ahead.
Hey, Mac, just wanted to get your range of emotions on Sam's 62-yard touchdown run. He bounced it outside, and I think all of us kind of were like, "Oh, he might actually go here." At one point there. Just what were you thinking as you saw that thing unfold?
Adam, there were about 3 times where I said, "Get down, get down, get." Hey, great job, Sam. You're going to score, man. And he was so proud. We told him we needed to get EMS over there to get him some oxygen because he'd never run that far. So, but that's fun for him and gives him confidence. And it was fun for the team. And it will make people be aware that he can beat them running because he's fast. He outran everybody. And I was surprised, but he kept cutting back toward their boundary. And every time he would cut, there'd be fewer people there. So I was really, really proud of him. And that was a fun play for him and a really good play for our offense.
Just to get a follow-up in here real quick, just after last week and the frustration in Blacksburg and some of the offensive struggles, just, the ability to feel good about something tonight and to have some positive reinforcement, just how meaningful do you think that'll be for you guys here to get the first win and to feel good about yourselves?
Adam, I thought it was critical. And we knew that Georgia State was a senior team. I thought we opened up on the road with a hard conference game and a very difficult place to play. And now we come back and we've got a group of 5 team that's been to 3 bowls in the last 4 years. And they've got experience and they weren't happy with their first game. And we knew they would come in here and play hard. So I really think it's good for us that we've had 2 very difficult games. And this one got out of hand late, but it was still a game at halftime and we had to work and we had to adjust and do some things. It wasn't just one of those that it's a laugher and you just walk out there and don't have to compete. So I really feel like the first 2 games have pressed us into making some changes, knowing more about who we are and should help us for next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Coach. We appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you all very much.